Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Osama Sayyid from Ahmadiyya.com. Today's video is one that has been coming for a long time. It's many people. We've spoken to so many people, who share the same opinions as us, and they look with incredulity when they look at the population or the number of members of the Ahmadiyya organization. The amazing thing about this, the most interesting thing I'll say actually about this subject is the mysterious disappearance of millions upon millions of supposed Ahmadis. It's one of those. It's so funny that I was just thinking of a joke to myself. I was thinking, we should maybe pitch this to one of those Inspector Morse or Inspector Clouseau, probably more because it's a comedy, to tell them to go investigate what happened to these millions of Ahmadis that mysteriously disappear. And as usual, alhamdulillah, when we make most of our videos, we have evidence, and evidence was kindly procured by a valued person who does nothing but say the truth about Ahmadiyya, try to warn people. He shall remain nameless because he hasn't given me authorization to say anything about his name. So I don't want to take credit for the information, but it's valid because you're going to see the information on screen. You can go validate it yourself. It's online, and there's absolutely no lying here, which is unfortunately the opposite of what the Ahmadiyya organization has been doing, and we're going to show you why. Before I start reading the amazing numbers that are just going to make you're going to be laughing, probably falling off your seat. I'll give you a few population. This is the latest information we have, because obviously right now we're still in 2015. So I've got the updated population figures for 2014. Doesn't make a difference. It's just for a comparative analysis of the figures that I'm going to give you. Like the population of Pakistan in 2014, 185 million. Okay. Brazil, just over 200 million. Alright. Need to give you a couple more examples as well so that you can understand. Population of Egypt, just over 80 million. 83 million to be a bit more closer. Germany, 82 million. Iran, 78 million. So all these, the reason I'm giving you those three, because they're near 80 million, and you'll know why I'm mentioning 80 million in a couple of minutes. Turkey, 75 million. France, interestingly, that massive country in Europe that we all know, France, only 64 million. United Kingdom, 63 million. South Africa, just over 50 million. Again, you know why I'm saying that. It's around the 50 million. It's 53 million for South Africa. Tanzania, 50 million. South Korea, 49 million. Colombia, 48 million. Spain, 47 million. So now I'm going to read quite a few things. You'll see them on screen, inshallah. A few of the publicized figures of the Ahmadiyya members. In 1982, we've got 10 million. That's 1982, 10 million Ahmadis in total worldwide. In 1995, 11 million. So, 13 years approximately, only 1 million increase. You go on to 2003, and it's not like, a couple of million increase, because obviously you've got 1982 to 1995, 1 million increase. That was 13 years, only 1 million. Now, from 1995 to 2003, that's an 8-year interval. The total is given as 180 million. Yes. Love for all, hatred for none. 180 million. So that is an increase of 169 million human beings in just 8 years. Don't forget, in 1995, there were just 11. supposedly. 8 years later, in 2003, it's reached 180 million, 169 million extra. We also have in the same year, but in September 2003, we have 200 million Ahmadis worldwide, supposedly. 200 million. I just explained to you 200 million. 200 million covers is basically the population of Pakistan. The whole of Pakistan in 2014 was only 185 million. The Ahmadiyya organization stated in 2003, in September 2003, that they had 200 million. And this 200 million figure stayed until July 15th, 2006. They kept that going. So if it was a mistake or something, they would have taken it off. They kept it going. All those years, they kept the 200 mil up there, right? We've also got another one, July the 7th, 2005, 200 million. Another example, proof, 2008, the press secretary of Sri Lanka for the Ahmadiyya organization stated 220 million. That's the, like, he took it, he just thought, I'll add the 20, like, as if it's like, you know, two pence or something, just, you know, add it on top of your bill. It's nothing, just add 20 million, no problem. That's what he added that. He made it 220 million in 2008. We've also got here, going back a little bit to a document based on Mirza Tahir, this fourth leader of this organization, and it has the new members of the year 2000. New members, 40,138,975. In the year 2000, it is claimed that 40 million new members joined Ahmadiyya. Now let's not forget again, in 1995, supposedly it was 11 million. By 2000, it's increased by 40 million, quadrupled within 5 years. A document called Welcome to Ahmadiyya, or it's a book, I believe. It states that 81 million new members joined in 2001. So 2000, it has 40 million people. 2001, 81 million new, not total, new. So add that on top of your 40 and add that on top of your previous, whatever the figure was. Within a couple of years, it somehow jumped tens of millions of people. Now, 81 million members. If you do pull out your calculator, you know, just to check, make sure I'm not lying or anything, that's approximately 221,000 new human beings joining the false group, the false Islam called Ahmadiyya, every day. Every day you go to work just for a few hours, you go to sleep, 221,000 people have become Ahmadi. They can't even find bay'ah forms to cover 221,000 a day. They don't have that many. This is unbelievable. That does not happen in Islam. It doesn't happen in any group. It doesn't happen with any social club, any football supporters, anything you want to say where there's members. We've never ever seen it. This is, I mean, even in even probably communist countries, you know, or any group where there's political groups, or, you know, you can never even see that 221,000 join per day. Per day. This is what the Ahmadiyya organization fool their followers, all those people giving a chanda money. You're expected to believe that 221,000 people joined every single day. Now hear this, right? Every single day. But then what? After 2001, suddenly, just because it became 2002, it stopped? Every day it was going up by 221,000. Suddenly we go into 2002. No. What happened? 221,000 stopped. Just because people found out it's 2002 now? No, it's not. It's a lie. This is all lying right here. On page 314 of the same document, it shows that 150 million new members joined between 1999 and 2002. 3 years, 150 million. Now again, 150 million. Let me give you 150 million. That is more than the population of Russia. Now look on your map. Russia in 2014 only has 142 million. This document on page 314 that you should see on your screen, It states 150 million. So the population of Russia joined Ahmadiyya within 3 years. The population of Russia joined Ahmadiyya within the number. What I'm saying is, before people start being stupid with their responses, the number, the population, the number. The same number of people living in Russia, that's the same number of people that joined Ahmadiyya in 3 years. A Times Online article dated June 14th, 2008 stated that in 2003 the total was, well that's when Masroor was elected or whatever. He's not really elected, they just put him there. In 2003 when Masroor was given his position as leader of Ahmadiyya, the total was 70 million. 70 million in 2003. Now let's remember again that just in 2001, 81 million new members. So 2 years prior, 81 million new people joined. But somehow in 2003, the complete total is 70 million. Can you see the contradictions, the lies? This is absolute lying, just playing with numbers to mainly con the Ahmadis and also con whichever Western governments that the Ahmadiyya organization is trying to curry favor with. So in 2003, we've got several figures for the total number of Ahmadis, right? We have 200 million. We have another amazing lottery number, 180 million. And the third lottery number, 70 million. 2003, we've got that massive gap between 200 million to 70 million, 130 million missing Ahmadis within the same year. 130 million. What's 130 million? 130 million is more than the population of Japan. Japan is 126 or 127 million people in 2014. The discrepancy in 2003 between 200 million to 70 million is 130 million people. 130 million missing Ahmadis. So the whole population of Japan missing. Again, what does that say to you? Think about Ahmadis. Think about Ahmadis, because I know you struggle. I know many of you have this mentality of just ignore and don't think about it, and oh, who cares about that? That's not really going to prove Ahmadiyya wrong. But this shows what your organization's about. It shows how much your organization lies for many reasons. One of the reasons is to make sure that all of you people believe that they're growing from strength to strength, which is a big joke. I always hear that. Growing from strength to strength and spreading in all corners of the world, and so you keep giving your donation money, the one that you have to give, the compulsory chanda money. If they don't let you think that they're growing, well, then people are gonna be like, well, what's the point of this thing? I'm sacrificing so much of my money. I'm not giving it to my own children. I'm giving it to other people, or for the sake of Ahmadiyya, and I'm not giving it to my own children, and it's not growing or nothing. What's the point? This is some dead sect, dead organization. So obviously that's the main thing. And obviously the second thing is, like I said, Ahmadiyya organization is deep in there with most of the Western governments, the Eastern governments. They're not, including the Middle Eastern. They're not interested in this joke. They know what this group is about. They know what Mirza Ghulam was. They know how much he sucked up to the colonialist invaders in India. They know about this, so they're not really going to take them seriously. Some of the Western countries, they have no idea about this stuff. So, as I say, all I've been doing is reading numbers. Don't take it personally, Ahmadis. Don't take it personally. Please go and take it personally with your organization. Go and argue with them. Don't start hating on me for reading out some figures. They're the ones who put these numbers up. I merely read them out and compared them to actual real figures of populations, figures of countries. Like I've said, Russia 142 million, Pakistan, etc., etc. I've been giving you all these examples. Inshallah, you should see it on screen at some point during the video. Another example again. Mirza Masroor in the Hindu Times interview on the 2nd of December 2008, he stated the total as 170 million. So in 2008, you've got 170 million. Press release 17th of August 2009, total is 80 million in 2009. Again, to do a bit of simple mathematics, if Mirza Masroor on the 2nd of December 2008 said 170 million, how did a press release, less than 9 months later, in August 2009, comes out at 80 million. That's 90 million Ahmadis have disappeared there. 90 million Ahmadis have disappeared in less than 9 months. That's 10 million per month. 10 million Ahmadis disappearing every month. Al-Fazl, 4th of June 2012, you got 200 million. The same source in October, 24th of October 2013. So from June 2012 at 200 million, October 2013, 150 million. 50 million missing Ahmadis. 50 million missing. If you replay this video and listen how many times I've said this, how many times I've highlighted the discrepancy. You got 50 million in this example, 90 million in the previous example, a gap of 130 million in 2003. What on earth? Your organization is such a deceptive and dishonest organization. If they can't even say the truth about the population, what is the point? How can you trust them about anything if they're sitting there hyper-inflating and lying, just straight up lying to deceive their followers mainly? And the followers, they don't know, they don't look at all this stuff. They just say, okay, what was it? What did you say just now? 200 million? Sure, alhamdulillah, 200 million people are part of our group. This is what your organization is saying to you. You know, 50 million people lost from June 2012 to October 2013. 50 million people is approximately, like I said before, it's around population of Spain. It's less than the population. It's more than the population of Spain. It's around South Korea. The whole of South Korea. The population of South Korea just bang missing. Imagine that. That's the same thing. 50 million people missing from the Ahmadiyya organization. Now, also, just to help you understand, you know, the total for anyone actually who's listening, Ahmadis or non-Ahmadis, who want to try and maybe guess. If you want to really guess, you know, approximately the range of of the number of Ahmadis worldwide, right? If in the United Kingdom, Mirza Masroor stated on the 8th of November 2014 in an interview.
So this is how we are trying our level best to spread the message. But we, in the United Kingdom, the total number of Ahmadiyya community is 30,000, right? Yeah. And the Muslim community is 2 million or plus.
Nearly 3 million, I think, yes.
So
he stated that there are 30,000 Ahmadis in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, as you all know, is the center, because that's where Mirza Masroor lives, and that's where their main hub is. If you want to call it like the head of a company or whatever, that's their main head office. 30,000 Ahmadis in 2014, the end of 2014, which is only a few months ago. 30,000 Ahmadis. Now, if you work it out, say, just guess how many think are in Pakistan, guess how many in Germany, guess how many in the United States, Canada, all that sort of stuff. I guarantee you won't even go near. You probably won't even go past 10 million. If there's only 30,000 in the United Kingdom, you might go to. All right, let's even give you a ridiculous range: 10 to 50 million. 10 to 50 million. Now, 50 million again. That is saying that the Ahmadiyya organization has, for example, the equivalent of the whole population of South Korea or Spain or Colombia or almost the whole of South Africa are Ahmadis. The equivalent of that. So obviously, anyone with half a brain will tell you, no, that's not the truth. So you're probably going to come down, say maybe even 10 or 5 or 7 million or something like that. Look at these figures: 200 million, 220 million, 180 million, 70 million. All these missing Ahmadis all over the place. This is proof of the Ahmadiyya organization's deception. Okay, we have shown you so many pieces of evidence from Mirza Ghulam's writings, from the Ahmadiyya organization's official publications, showing you the character of Mirza Ghulam, showing you the un-Islamic beliefs of Mirza Ghulam. And that's why we believe, not even just we believe, any impartial person who checked this stuff out would say, yeah, that doesn't fit with the religion of Islam. So that's why we all accept, and it's not even there's nothing to debate. Mirza Ghulam wasn't a Muslim. You look at all what he's done, Mirza Ghulam was not a Muslim. So now we're coming here, we're presenting you now with numbers. Maybe some Ahmadis, they find it so difficult, and I understand that. I genuinely understand. Some Ahmadis, they find it so hard to read the things that Mirza's written and actually let it sink in. They don't let it sink in. They're so scared of what can happen. Their brain just switches off. As soon as they hear it, this brain is just turned off. Someone pulled the plug and they don't think. Well, how about if I show you some numbers then? This is what we're doing today in this video. We're showing you numbers because numbers are quite straightforward. There's no allegorical sort of interpretation. No one's going to say that, oh, he meant something else. You said 200 million. What did you mean, Mirza? Is he going to knock off a zero and say he meant 20? 20 is the same as 200. The difference is a nokta. Is he going to say that? No, you can't say that. This isn't one of those times where Mirza can come out and get out of his knock off a zero. He can't do that like he did with his books. So we want the Ahmadis. And we know that many Ahmadis don't. Most Ahmadis have never even heard of us. We know that. But we want the people who have a conscience. We want the Ahmadis who really think that they're following Islam. We want you to think about these numbers. Replay the video. I know I've said so many numbers. You may have to replay the video and have a look at the numbers and maybe write down or look at our sources. Look at the sources on screen. So you can look and think for yourself, and you will realize that no, it's not a mistake. It's not a typing error. This is lying. This is straightforward lying. And inshallah, we really hope that even just one Ahmadi we hope will watch this video and absorb what we're saying. Take it in, investigate it themselves, and find out. And just at least, maybe they won't say I'll leave Ahmadiyya, but at least you might say, you know what? My organization did lie about these things, about these figures. Just that. That's all we want. This is Osama Sayyid from Islam After Ahmadiyya, saying inshallah we hope you found the video beneficial, and as usual we don't respond to people who send insulting sort of messages and comments and all that. Grow up please, you're immature. We're talking about numbers, facts, figures. You show me some facts, and what are you going to show me? You're going to show me the same stuff I'm showing you. You want to prove that you're lying, your organization's lying. So what are you going to do? So don't resort to personal insult stuff, that's stupid. Anyway, inshallah, hope to make another video very soon. And this is Osama Sayyid from IslamAfterAhmadiyya.com saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.